Tired, slow, but late. But there we are. The RFO show starts now. I want to make it its own thing. Wildfire still potential. They're still out. Some still growing. Some being put out. It's that end up there. It's warm outside. Replace some of what I just saved. Put in the playlist. Couch. Come on. Get the thanks to the moon. Up through. Putting the belt on too. Tired of pulling up my pants on. Here at the stew. Let's get back. We'll be right back. All right, bear with us. We'll have we'll start team scrolling any second. Just wait for people to get on since we didn't start 30 minutes before. I needed a break. I kind of just got caught up and just started rambling. And the other thing, we're not mad enough. We're gonna play this stuff again. You're not mad enough. I wanna like kind of crash like I did. Let me go get my tea's hot. Wash my hands real quick. And I'll be right back. Bathroom break. This is crazy. Hey, Old Radio 90.1 55 PVs. RFO show starts just after this. Late start, but bear with us. Be right back. We'll start it a little late. Gonna make sure we paste this on the website. Then we start the next stream right after. Back to Wildfire. Still can't do two at one yet. We're working on it. Everything freezing up. We'll be right back after this.
frequency that binds us still. 90.1, the call resounds, where all who seek the truth are found. 90.1, the frequency of fire. Revolve, revolve, the airways break their chains. 90.1, thunder through the flames. All voices join as one. The anthem has begun. Revolve's radio, our battle has been won. Across the valleys, through the storm, no voice will ever stand alone.
The dial turns, the signal clear. 90.1, we gather here.
We gather here, the frequency draws near. Revolt, revolt, the airwaves break their chains. 90.1, thunder through the flames. All voices joined as one. The anthem has begun. Revolt's radio, our battle has been won. Fortuna nobis cantat, fortune sings to us, novanta contum unum. 90.1, libertas per freedom through the air. Revolt, the airwaves break their chains. 90.1, thunder through the flames. All voices join as one. The anthem has begun. Revolt's radio, our battle has been
30 minutes late. Fuck it. For Friday here on the R Folks Show. 54 seconds and we'll get on the radio too where you can hear it on the audio button. Might save some of your data to watch that. We got so let's get into it. Let's go back to Instagram. Hang on, it says wait to respond. Exit it out of Facebook. Okay, Fury or Fry.
Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand.
Fury or Friday, Revolt Radio 90.1. I should be saying it with it in the background. Whatever, the shit's messed up. Get into it. Instagram. Ow, ow, ow. I like the one with Chris from Everybody Hates Chris. Everybody jamming all over town with this. I'm a Power Ranger. Don't worry, I'm just a Christian Power Ranger. No, get out of here.
All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler?
Yeah, Fury or Friday. There's my shit. My Fury or Friday, folks. Let's get into it. Yeah, baby. By the way, we're gonna try to narrate this. Nothing happened here. I don't know. Sorry if it doubles up. We can do it. So, start it over. Whoopi Goldberg, Island Guest, Pedophiles of America. A bunch of other people I don't know that you can recognize, and it's going too fast to remember their names. Holy shit. The CNN guy, Obama, Angelina Jolie, Beyonce, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, a bunch of them. Holy crap, I know all these people but don't know their names. All the big celebrities, Charlie Sheen, Cher, everybody. Holy fuck. Cher again, right? Whoa, what? Wait, Cox. Ow. Oh, wait, I don't see him. Hang on. Clinton's everybody. See it live on YouTube. We're doing it. Yeah, I can't explain it. It's moving too fast. Holy crap, what's his name? The Rick and Morty guy. Katy Perry, all of them. Obama's wife, Hannah Montana, whatever. Come on. Oprah! 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 And a bunch of others, bro. Look at all these. These are the island guests. Go watch the YouTube. Come on. Oh, shit. Which is everything. All the herbal supplements, everything. Perfume lines, makeup lines. How about all makeup? All of that is them. See, well, nothing's gonna happen because they still want to be of that culture, but oh, they're eating kids, so not of them. We want to do the same thing, but without the eating kids and without the illumination. Get the fuck out of here. Brianna, not true. Somebody said it is true. We'll see. But she won't give up her makeup though. Makeup lines. I thought she was gonna say food, drinks, herbal supplement brands that are bought by these people, distributors, local fun. No, makeup. Hold on, folks.
United States is, we the people are. I have a team of 40 people digging. We've had countless of hours. I went 20 hours straight in, and this is the most sickening thing in the world that I've ever seen in my life. And all I got to say is that everybody's saying nobody's going to do anything about it. Well, I promise you what, the people sure are. They've been eating our kids for years. The Illuminati isn't no joke. There's hundreds of thousands of cult organizations, every big brand name, Walmart, Disney, all the rest of them, they're all included. This last part that they're trying to hold that we have not seen as we the people is going to really be more disturbing. And all I have to say is I'm from Texas, and if nobody's going to do anything, just don't forget, for we the people, that Texas is the only state out of the United States that can go independent, and there's nothing.
Is this guy crazy?
Very similar to ours today. Look at inflation, look at debt, look at crime, look at pedophilia, look at corruption in government, look at all these things. There is not a dissimilar situation between America today and Germany in the 1930s. When this man Adolf came to power, Germany was on its knees. And within short order, within 2 years, 3 years, not only was Germany no longer a destitute nation, it had shed all of the debt that it never could have paid. Basically, Adolf said, fuck off to the bankers.
Said no to the
Literally.
Rothschild banks.
Maybe that's why they hate him. 6 million unemployed, right? All of them were employed within 3 years. 2 million homeless? All of them were housed within 2 years. The reason why they don't want you looking at World War II and Adolf is because the National Socialist policies, which they mislabeled Nazi, which is a derogatory term created by the Jews, effectively means country bumpkin imbecile.
Well, they yell that term and they want you to shut down without even discussing what it means.
You say Nazi?
What does it even mean? I don't even know what that means.
It's National Socialism. The answer for America today lies in the one place that everybody who is mind controlled will never look. Germany, and a man named Adolf. And again, let's go back to communism. Who created communism? The Jews. Is communism, Zionism, Judaism, all the same root. Look at what we see playing out in Gaza today. This is genocide, very similar to ours today. Look at inflation.
So this is what we found in Kimberly's cheeseburger.
Went to McDonald's.
I got 2 teeth on the day!
Oh, hell no.
Jimbo, why don't you assist?
Bro, breakfast, lunch, whatever, they're nuggets, all of it, teeth. It's not their kids' teeth. It's not their adult teeth. The Simpsons predicted it. Yo! Real compared to the Simpsons episode. Oh! Oh, you got that yummy, 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 yummy. Keep that shit on me. Oh, you got that yummy, yummy, yummy. That yummy, yummy. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Any night, any day. Get it with a runaway, in the morning or late. They're fiending for human meat. Can't wait in the morning or late. People still not getting the lyrics. Not the way you split it, baby. 100 racks with it. No. Hey, you got that yummy, yum. It could be Brina Abramovich's theme song. That yummy, yummy. I can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Whatever he's saying. Every night, every day. Every night, every day, they eating people, bro. They gotta have that turkey.
Agent.
We have people in the United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse. It's also child torture, because you have adrenalized blood. You have the whole blood drinking ceremony of the satanic world. It's also the use of children for harvesting body organs. We'll have the Falun Gong testimony tomorrow. One of the reasons that the Falun Gong are so popular is because they're so healthy, so that you can harvest their body organs and get the very best. And then you have ritual ceremonies and ritual murder. As well as incidental murder. I have been a spy. I'm out from undercover. I'm under a lifetime secrecy agreement. I absolutely tell you without doubt. I have no secrets that I can remember. If when I go to Iran soon, they can torture me, there's nothing there for them to get. I have found in my research in preparation for this
I don't remember.
This court and all of the work that will follow, that most organizations that end up being used to prey on children, Oxfam is a recent example, all of the United Nations organizations, the Boy Scouts of America, all of the child services agencies across the United States of America, they did not start out as organizations to prey on children, but they attract pedophiles. And ultimately, pedophiles end up rising in the ranks and controlling those organizations, so that an organization that initially started out in the service of children becomes an organization that is in fact hunting children. The elite appear to be seeking to infect local and provincial law enforcement officers with a taste for pedophilia. There appears to be a very deliberate attempt to push this
All right, posting the live to Facebook so the bunch of followers over there so they'll know that we're not streaming it on Facebook right now. Let's back up in case if we get banned.
interest in pedophile movies, including movies that include bestiality. I'm very concerned because we're seeing some snuff movies now, and we're seeing some movies in which military war dogs are raping children, including toddlers. And these movies may have come out of the American occupation of Afghanistan and the boredom of U.S. Army and Marine Corps troops, where in Afghanistan, pedophilia is common.
Don't shoot the messenger. Oh, they already did. This man, Robert David Steele, is dead. Share this video and join our tribe. Let's smoke out these rats.
Why does McDonald's have children's hospitals instead of beef farms? Somebody explain this to me. Why does McDonald's have children's hospitals instead of beef farms?
A satanic power had taken over our whole country, which had been able to occupy key positions in our intellectual and spiritual life and in our political and economic life. From these key positions, they were able to control and monitor the whole nation. This power has at the same time the ability to persecute legally those who fight against. A satanic power had taken over our whole country, which had been able to occupy.
So, I mean, I nailed it. I'm honest, I'm as shocked as you. Some of those were a little out there, and every single one was true. I'm honestly as shocked as you guys are. I thought I was making some shit up back there. I mean, I want to say I told you so, but I really just wish none of this was real at this point. I mean, it was fun when it was maybe not real, and now it's all very real. And once again, it's every single conspiracy theory is correct now. I'm just terrified. I mean, on top of all that stuff, I'm pretty sure they just confirmed aliens are real for real this time. So I don't know what they expect us to do. With our lives. I mean, the Wayfair furniture.
There's another boom. Another boom. I get what it is over this and being inside, but it feels like a
But God forbid those become real. I feel like I'm wishing things into
Number 3. 4. Cats are going nuts. Let's see what's going on outside. Somebody's being loud. I don't know what that was. There's a hawk up there. And I try to talk back to it. I don't know why. But it's there. It's not that warm like you think it would be. It being 3 o'clock, right? Put my jacket back on. Alright. That's crazy. Hang on. Sorry about that, folks. Let's go.
But Jeffrey Epstein did make microtransactions. Just not did everything that I knew it when I was a kid.
Well, now it's pitchfork season, folks. Proof Satan is real. Anyway, sorry.
If you're just now noticing and catching up, you're too late. The next thing.
If you're just now noticing and catching up, you're too late. We're already on the next thing. Catholics already knew what Jews in Israel were doing behind the scenes. Matter of fact, we were taught in our Bible exactly what they're doing today, but 2,000 years ago in our books. If you're just now noticing and catching up, you're too late. We're already on the next thing. Catholics already knew what Jews in Israel were doing behind the scenes. Matter of fact,
Hang on. This freaking thing is not unmuting. Let me read it again. It's not the chosen knights, all nations. On that day, when all the nations of the earth gather against Israel and make Jerusalem as immovable rock for all the nations, and all who try to move it will enter themselves. I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and there I'll put them on trial for what they did to my inheritance, my people, Israel, because they scattered my people among the nations and divided up my land. I'm talking about the Jews, the chosen knights of the day. We're not on trial here. I mean, clearly for sinning with them, but I mean, come on.
we were taught in our Bible exactly what they're doing today, but 2,000 years ago in our books. And not only that, we know exactly what they're going to do next.
This shit's not unmuting when I click it. The dragon stood on the. I just click it. I don't know what's going on. You see the verse there. Dragon stood on the shore of the sea and saw the beast coming out of the sea. 7 heads, you've heard it. 10 words, Blasphemous name. I read it. I don't want to read things 10 times. This shit ain't working. But it resembled a leopard. Could that be the Jews running fast? And feet like those of a bear. Mouth like that of a lion. Dragon gave the beast his power and throne of authority. I don't know. That could be the Jews about us too. Let's get it.
So if you're interested to see what other prophecy they're going to complete next, listen up. Number 1, Catholics already know that Jews in Israel are going to try to control a lot and to get a lot of riches, and they will. But what we don't know is that they want to attempt to get the whole world and nations against them. Why? Well, according to their own prophecy,
I clicked it again and read it. Didn't do nothing. So I'm reading things twice. What's going on? He will confirm a covenant with many for 7. In the middle of 7, he will put an end to sacrifice and offering. And at the temple, he will set up a abomination that causes desolation. Till that end, the decree is poured out on him, upon him. Shit.
season, and even our own prophecies, when all the nations are against them, a person will come and save them, their Messiah. Now, obviously to them it's their Messiah, but to us Christians, we know that's going to happen, but it's the Antichrist. So yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. They want to expedite and fast track their own prophecy by cooking themselves. And the funny thing is, it's going to work. Their Messiah, or the Antichrist, is going to come and bring 7 years of peace to Israel. Their third temple will fully be rebuilt. And the Antichrist is going to do something so grand. All of you guys even watching are probably going to believe and worship him. And unfortunately, it's going to work. And he's going to then put the mark of the beast on all of his people. Now, that could be metaphorical, or it could be physical. Something in your head or in your hands. It could be a chip. And during this time, us Christians, we're going to get cooked. However, during this time, luckily, Jesus is going to return for a second time. And thankfully, a lot of Jews will come to their senses and understand that who they were worshiping was the Antichrist, and by God's mercy will be redeemed in Christ. However, many Jews and other people are still going to reject Jesus, even though they see him now. Why would they do that? Well, even though they believe in him, that doesn't mean they want to get rid of their sin. They're so attached to it, it would hurt them more. And at this moment of judgment, Jesus will cast the Antichrist and Satan into hell and rule on earth with all of the people that have chosen him. If you're just now
Looks like we finally got our answer about the Brooklyn tunnels.
David, if you could explain, why was there a mattress in the tunnels, and what is this stain? A lot of folks are wondering, is this stain feces?
No, no, it's not feces.
What
The
is
stain is blood, and basically we did rituals. I said that before. There were some rituals that we do in the tunnels, and sometimes the rituals might involve someone who recently died, and we'll bring them down there, and we're trying to do a ritual to bring back the Messiah, which is a Schneerson, if you heard about.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You're doing rituals to bring about a dead person from a dead person in a tunnel underneath the synagogue in Brooklyn. Isn't that Satan?
Looks like we finally got our answer about the Brooklyn tunnels.
David, if you could explain, why was there a mattress in the tunnels, and what is this stain? A lot of folks are wondering, is this stain feces?
No, no, it's not feces.
What
The
is
stain is blood, and basically we did.
Those same synagogues, they were drunker than Cooter Brown. Each had like a fifth or a handle to themselves, panting everywhere. No, there was little kids coming out of there with blood-stained mattresses that were small for a child. Get the fuck out of here. You don't just throw a body on a twin and start just, we do a little incision and we do this part of it. No, it's right where you think it was. They were bananaing these bodies, dead or alive. It doesn't matter. They do it both. They'll screw them both. Holy crap, people. He's lying. He's got we do this, and it's just like leaving a body out for a week. That's what he said. If it continues, I don't know. Some of the older people in your family might have done that. The widow woman, the old. Oh, she let him sit there for a few days, few weeks. Then they bury him. Not the same. That's not what's going on. He's comparing it to that. You know what's going on. Their way of life. It's their culture, and they gotta lie and make it look less.
Rituals, I said that before. There were some rituals that we do in the tunnels, and sometimes the rituals might involve someone who recently died, and we'll bring them down there, and we're trying to do a ritual to bring back the Messiah, which is a Schneerson, if you heard about.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You're doing rituals to bring about a dead person from a dead person in a tunnel.
Children you're about to meet were born into it. They say their parents forced them to witness bloody rituals, and even they say to participate in ritual murder. Now in the safe haven of a concerned foster family, the children are haunted by their personal nightmares.
My dad was involved in a lot of it. Okay, he's like one of the main guys. He's a leader or something. He made us have sex with him and with other guys, and he's done it with other people. I don't know. I just don't like him.
Tell us what else besides having sex with him and the other guys they made you do.
Kill kids and be there and involved in everything else that happened. And I had to be there. And if I didn't, he threatened me like, you're going to be killed, or people aren't going to believe you if you tell anybody. Or I'll find you. You know. So he said there's no way out and you must do it.
We'll see if it unmutes, but part of this next video, these kids are muted. Let's just go over. This was like the 80s or something. They were talking about this, the Jews, and how it's Jewish culture on TV, and then they couldn't no more. Oprah questioning some of the Jews. That one Jew on Oprah even saying that Jews across the country do these rituals. It's Jewish culture. Sorry, but we can say it's the Jews. We can look at the Jews. The other Jews aren't calling them out for it being normalized and being publicly announced on their Jewish newspapers in English as Jewish culture. Right to rape rallies, right to do all this stuff. They all think it's not a crime. They're now realizing that we do. So no, still muted. I don't know. Instagram did that. I'm gonna find the other thing, the boy in the blue hat. If you're listening on the radio, I mean, come on, folks. Come on, folks. This is real. Let's get it. It starts back over, then we know. But let's see. Nothing. Move on to the next, right?
Charts.
Yep.
The Jews were living large, and in fucking Berlin, you could buy a mother and a daughter for sex. In 3 years of Adolf Hitler coming into power, everybody was employed. No homelessness. Pedophilia was over. The fucking translation gone. Starvation gone. Usury outlawed. Freemasonry outlawed.
All these countries were bombing the last 10 years outlawed this stuff. The Muslims, especially. Mexico, all of them.
Unemployment and fucking nothingness to a power liberated his people and brought pride back to Germany, Christian Germany. Pedophilia was
Off the charts. Pedophilia. Just Jews. Just Jews in the file. So far, no Nazis. Not one. Or that was called a Nazi or anti-Semitic. Oh God. Here we go. Oh God. Kanye knew something when he made that song. Barrier Friday. They sped it up and it sounds like ass. That's the perfect thing. Whoa.
$10 tip.
Yeah.
That's nice for you.
Of course, yeah. Why not?
Do you think the girls deserve some tips tonight?
No.
Do you think if I went and asked every customer when they leave a tip
Yeah.
that it goes straight to the owner and not to the server? Let me ask that table there. Sir, the tip that you left the young lady's server, the owner takes the tips.
No. Okay.
Don't with me.
Yeah, I will. With you,
Yeah.
the good thing you are.
Tell the customers they're going to get their tips.
No, they don't.
They should be told that you're taking them
Yeah.
because this servers deserve them.
With me, I will.
I don't want to with you.
2 years after this episode was shot, their restaurant officially closed. A couple years after that, the owners also divorced and the man got deported from the U.S. for his criminal past and now lives in Israel. Did they deserve this treatment from Gordon? Comment how you would have handled this.
Jews be Jewing. Guys be gaying. And Jews be Jewing. That's just what they do. He's being a typical Jew. Give them the tips. I mean, all the stereotypes. All of them, bro. The top meme right here. It's Jewish tradition, puppy. Oh. Netanyahu, you're making Jews look bad. Post October 7th, not mine. It's Jewish tradition, poopy. Why are you working for a Jew? You're a Gentile. You're not going to get tips. Don't give a Gentile tips. Are y'all getting it yet? Brother, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Dog Folk Show, yeah, y'all know what it is. Trivia Fridays and all day long. Synagogue of Satan Sundays. We just throughout the day go over more history, more Bolshevism. We're going to start full on movies and shows just about that, like audiobooks, everything else about what really happened, the real Christian history that they lied about, and the current full on, they're killing all the deaths go back to the Jews. Everywhere Christians and everyone else is dying, that's a Gentile and not a Jew. They're getting replaced. You can see some of the news down there. We missed altitude. What time is it? 3. All right. Well, it's only 3 o'clock. We got all that in. Oh, we were 3:30 now. Let's go. We started late. Let's get it. You handled that perfectly. Fuck you, dude. You don't gotta be like that. All y'all are like that.
Guys, we are getting freaking Bolshevik revolution here, man. These anti-Semitism laws that are being put in place in Florida by Ron DeSantis, where you're not going to be able to say certain things, or you'll be able to get sued, fired, or kicked out of school. This is where it starts, man. In the Bolshevik Revolution, that was Jewish led, by the way, that killed 60 million Christians, by the way. A Holocaust, by the way. One that they never told us about in school, by the way, but I digress. They made anti-Semitism punishable by death. And anti-Semitism, if you say that Jews control the media, that's anti-Semitism. I don't hate Jews, but they control all the media. Are you going to sue me for that? Are you going to, I think eventually we'll get to a place in this country where that is going to be punishable by death if we don't stop it. If we don't stop it somehow. Saying the truth about the Jews is anti-Semitic. Anyways, Jesus is king. Jesus is king over all of this. Everything. Guys, we are getting freaking Bolshevik revolution here, man. These anti-Semitism laws that are being...
Do you see it yet? Just had a conversation with my grandma last night. She's describing like what I'm learning now. Like, oh, I remember in the school they told us about the Bolsheviks, the Bolsheviks. Yeah, that word. They killed all these Christians, and yeah, Mom didn't hear that. I didn't hear that, but Grandma heard it. The teachers taught it. History buffs knew what that was. Whether it was the Bolsheviks, where now we know they were Jews, but it's like she's starting to see that again. It's like, oh, you didn't hear about the Bolsheviks? Yeah, they were Jewish. I'm finding that out now. I know about it now, but I didn't then. All the temple's gone. Russia's not budging. Fuck you. Russia's not after us. Russia. There's still a lot of you that think Russia, oh, it's going to be Russia wants to destroy us. No, they might want to blow up some pedophile military bases and tunnels, but they really want us to live and they want to live. We can work together here with Russia. Fuck goddamn shit, piss. They're not the problem. They're the solution. Look at what they've banned over there, from GMOs to propaganda to everything else. What we have normalized, they have gotten rid of. And they have mastered Orthodox repentance to the point that American January 6th refugees, etc., workers, whatever, they don't want to come back. You go over there and work even. They don't want to come back. We'll be right. Gotta divert here to the Gotta divert here to the visible satellite. Still seeing the North Central Oklahoma smoke plumes, some of that chemtrail stuff they've sprayed. A lot of that collided there, some clouds coming in. Some smoke plumes southeast Oklahoma. Like, see, look, there's some stuff there. It could be that Cherokee County, Indian Creek, like those little fires that are coming up. Let's see if we got anything over here. 75% contained. What is that one? So we got a 75% contained. We'll get the acreage up and all that later. That's that fire. Southeast of Snake Creek, Locust Grove. I didn't know we had a Little Rock, Oklahoma. Probably nothing there. Maybe a little 8th grade school. Yeah, there ain't shit there. They call it, it's on the map, the census area. This is Rock Ridge Equine, northwest of Teresita, a few minutes west of Lowry, north side of Lowry, the Rocky Ford Church. If you just go due west southwest, north side of Teresita, or however you say it. 75% contained over here at the Drowning Creek. I'm seeing J, Drowning Creek, Xena. It's in between those. Deer Lick, landmark. You got the landmark south of Downing Creek. We got a new Chelsea fire here. There's Highway 60, north of White Oak. Now we've moved up. Bonita, Oklahoma, Bunker Hill Baptist Church. Ruby School Historic Site. It's just on the, it's like in between all that. That's like the south and the west side. The east side, southeast side being Bonita. Been contained up there 20 hours ago. I think that's a new one because I see the canyon crossing. So look, north of Tulsa, due north of Skytook Lake, across north side of the 20, northwest of the town of Skytook, southwest of Avant. Are we on? Hey, okay, still on. I'm clicking crap that I don't want to click. They'll screw everything up. Updated 3 hours ago, reported what, so we got to go back. We'll come back with all that information. Just putting it there. We're just assuming it's in there. Long Shot Ranch, northeast of you. My voice data. No thanks. Close. I click live captions, I guess. So, alright, get a refresh. As we, 305, the wind gust. Maybe up to 15. Could be 20 right now, around 6. So it's there. It's enough to kind of keep it going a little bit without blowing things out, right? But it's not ripping to make things just spread fast. So the spread might be down. Let's double check the panhandle. No. They're almost 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. You go out far west to Keaton or whatever, Kenton, whatever that is. You go all the way to the end of the panhandle. That's harder towards where you hold on than towards the pan itself. You get 21, 13, 19, 18. Woodward still 15 to 20 mile an hour wind gust. There, and there's the wind speed here on screen. I ain't got time. Satellite again. So no red flags, even though I don't get it. What's the point of fire warning, like active fire things just happen and it's spreading? And then 30 minutes later it's gone, but the fire's still there. Red flag. Also a fire weather warning on some products. Not here, but we got fire spreading. Put that shit, there we go. Come on, let the EAS go off. Let your weather radio have this little thing on saying red flag warning for you. Just for the part of Woodward. Fire, needs to exist. The whole Beaver fire, we can see it, but still it needs to be a big polygon over the areas in flames, or in the between the flames. Holy crap, the Tyrone especially. Other than that, I don't understand the point of it. Forestry Service costing something. Rattlesnake, East Tower, 3 hours ago. That means non-containable if they don't have or could be these I don't think were. So the canyon crossing, that's Skytook Lake, Avant, I said that. We checked around here. East Tower. So south of Bartlesville, that one kicked back on northwest of Ochaleta, east of Woolaroc, I think southwest of the Metoaka Baptist Church, northwest of Sunrise, like a tree farm. Let's see, what road is that? 2075 going southeast and south. Then right there. That's the road. It's right, or it's on pretty much on the east side, possibly south of Oklahoma store. Oklahoma store there. As the crow flies on the map. East Tower, still going. What road is this? Oh, it's north of the 60. You go out of Bartlesville to the west, northeast of the Osage Hill State Park, across the 60, where it curves a little more southwest and then goes back northeast. That little spot there. I think there's a back road or a highway or two that goes up there. It's also called Buck Creek or Cedar Creek. Okay. Buck Creek. Dirt road, no name. or a trail to that tower. I guess there's a tower, a lookout tower. Back to the doom scrolling, or maybe a quick break for the bathroom. Calling that one the 615 flyer. Some new fires, folks. Spread out a little bit. You're even seeing them pop up all over southeast. They got that. Oh, a new one here at Gaines Creek, south of Wilburton. Gotta take a break after this, folks. But south of Wilburton, so we're on the 2 or whatever. We're headed past past Sunnyside RV Park, just east of the south side, east northeast of the Southside Baptist Church. From between that, there's a road that gets you there. It's like Houston Circle, maybe southeast 1005 Avenue, 1005th. Does that really say 1005th? How do you say that? 1000. I've never seen that. 1005 5th Avenue. 1005th. I don't know. Weird. I just never seen that. Maybe there's a way. I'm curious now. I'm sorry. I got a break. I don't know how to say that. On that. Oh, all caps. It's going to screw that up. 1005th Avenue or 1005 5th Avenue. Wow. 1005th. I guess I've never used that in a sentence. Also, Holsey Prairie Road connects D1490 is the road. You may know it by either. Some new people know it by that. Just remember the 1490 that they type in the address and forget, oh yeah, it's Holsey Prairie is what it's called. But yeah, 1490 is what I write on everything now because if I can do all this dumb shit. So that one is on the north of it. North Gaines Creek. I'm looking at that correct. Dips and goes south. It's on the west side of that south part. There's a reservoir of some sort with a big sandy like beach. Boat dock possible. Could be private lake, I don't know. That this 1005 ends. Yeah, the 10 or the 1005th Avenue. That's how I was gonna say it anyways. That sounded cool. Ends right there at this reservoir, houses, buildings, whatever. It looks like a boat, one boat dock or something. Fire. Let's see. We're in southeast Oklahoma. That's Wilburton. 4 farms still going. Southeast, south of Hartshorn. 25% contained. East side of this little freeway, junction merge, whatever, if we can get the road to come on. Bet, we'll put this on, it'll tell us. It won't tell us. Road small, don't have a name, I guess. Just like it's too long to be a driveway. Must be a decent sized farm. But POOR farm, like that's weird. I don't know. I like the terrain. I like to look at terrain and kind of. You zoom in and you can see kind of what everything is and get what's out there. Looks like houses or it looks like crop circles, right? Mountains, valleys, slopes. Hobby Hill, west of Longtown. I thought that was. I guess that one might 80% contained. That's the Hannah one. Yep. That's west of Canadian, northwest of Canadian Inola. Due east, it's on the east side of Vernon. North of Hannah there. So southeast of Dustin. One more. Some of these are planned down here. Like the Poto West regions, the Poto Mountain in Arkansas. Redbird Road, though, that's West Valley. Soft Raw, then you go on the road to Hidden Creek, like, or whatever that is, but Mountain Fork, Arkansas line, right? Goes into Hatfield. But the fire 2 hours ago reported or updated, I think I said reported, so that one's Riflebird Road. We'll go back and get details on this. I got a bathroom break and continue to do scroll for the RFO show. A local fire warning. Some of these were controlled burns. CRX Bear Creek, 415 acres. So that gives you an idea of what 415 acres looks like. You got that. Wish they would do that with all these fires. They can maybe like make one color be planned, like a yellow one, and then the red be just wildfire acreage. Gaines, it's 100% contained. What the hell? Where was that one at? Gaines Creek. Sunnyside RV Park. Oh, that one says 100% contained. South of Wilburton, sorry. Let's go. Must have not been very big. Dang, there's a lot of them. They're everywhere. Bathroom break right now. You're watching the RFO show. Let's get it. back. I don't really have much to say to filler. That's a filibuster thing, right? Or whatever, like they do. Like, oh, yeah, up next. Well, we are going to interview the governor candidate in Texas. Campaign team said we got to postpone. You can still come on outside of like a campaign tour just to interview as somebody that's questioning. You want to change everything, make us a believer. I'm not. I'm a tough one. I don't take nothing. We're up the bat. Sarah Cunningham, check her out. She'll be on soon when she gets the clearance. I guess that's us. Do what you want. Right? I get you have. There's things. I get it, but there's things. There's kind of tradition. It doesn't really. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's get into it. Where are we at? Instagram. None of the things are working. The lower third. There it is. Okay. On the wrong deal. Whew. Yep, here we go. We're doom scrolling. We're back. Live reaction. React to the file. It's on there twice. Hang on. That's gonna have to work. We gotta get it. There we go. Back doom scrolling. Okay, this is the one that shows all the people you're not mad enough. And it flashes through all the stuff. You'll have to watch it. This one's for the visual. Let's get into it.
And remember, kids, the next time that somebody tells you the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would.
No credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
I always wonder how dumb this goyim sometimes can be. They say, you killed our God!
They are legitimately, proactively protecting pedophiles.
They are protecting pedophiles at this point.
By redacting the abusers' names. The White House, listen up everybody, the fucking White House is protecting pedophiles. You hear that? They're fucking protecting pedophiles.
bad enough. Ah, get louder. They're raping kids. Pitchfork time, and you're going back to work. Look at Italy and everywhere else. They're not going back to work, folks. It's our time. It's our time. Sorry, I thought I was live on here. We're not.
They are legitimately, proactively by protecting the abusers of the White House. Listen up, everybody. The fucking White House is protecting pedophiles. They're fucking protecting pedophiles.
Not mad enough, folks. Yeah! You're not mad enough, folks. My Alex Jones voice. You're not mad enough, folks. I'm proud to be on the files. I'm Alex Jones. That's what he tweeted, by the way. Remember he said he was Jewish way back? Jewish culture is this.
Economic
Here's a black guy saying it since he won't listen to me.
This
Israel is not the one God is talking about.
The Israel in the Middle East, the state of Israel is not Bible Israel.
Okay.
The state of Israel was a political and economic orchestration in 1948. That's not Bible Israel. In the Bible, Israel is a person. Jacob. He wrestled with God. Towards morning, his thigh was broken. God told him, from now your name will no more be called Jacob, but Israel. You have prevailed with God. Then the children of Jacob now formed the 12 tribes of Israel. But because they did not obey God and follow God, their enemies scattered them all over the earth. So that Israel was gone. And in 1948, there was a political arrangement by the Rothschild. If you know the Rothschild.
Yes, I know the Rothschild.
The Rothschild actually created the state of Israel, historically.
Wow.
So the Israel you have today in the Middle East is not the Israel in the Bible.
So where is Israel of the Bible?
It's no more.
Scattered.
It's no more.
So why are now some people saying, oh, we are the real Israelites, we are the Jews, we are the this one?
Well, if you study the Bible very well, the coming of Jesus demystified Israel. The coming of Jesus retired Israel. Because when Jesus came, he put an end to the dichotomy between the Jew and the Gentile. Jesus took the Jew, the Gentile, put them together, and out of the Jew and the Gentile brought out a new kind of humanity that never existed before, which is now the true Israel of God, which is not measured by circumcision in the foreskin, but circumcision of the heart. That's where the Bible teaches it. So today, the Israel of God are those that are born of God by believing in the gospel of Christ. It's no more a state somewhere in the middle.
Here's a black guy saying it, since he won't listen to me.
Now that we are aware that our country has been run by satanic pedophiles that have been operating a very, very young person sex trafficking ring for decades, I think it's time that the public knows about Nikolai Mashijin and John McAfee. And if you don't know about these people and have never heard of them, hang on to your seat because you're in for a wild ride. And I just want to preface this by saying, if for some reason I go missing or I end up not alive anymore, it was not by my own doing, and y'all should investigate and feed my cat. So Nikolai Mashijin was the co-founder of the decentralized
And feed my cats. Yeah, feed mine too while you're at it. They're gonna get me. But yeah, got one on now because I got in a fight. But yeah, we'll feed your cats. Just send an ad, send us private. We'll pull up. We'll make sure people that are secure and safe pull up. Like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let them know I'm just playing. But no, I'm not playing. But let's get it.
crypto platform MakerDAO, who tweeted, literally his very last tweet said this, says the CIA and the Mossad and the pedo elite are running some kind of sex trafficking entrapment blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands. They are going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend who was a spy. They will torture me to death. Pay attention to the date, October 28th, 2022. This is when he died. He was found dead in the ocean, not even 4 hours later. So let's move on to John McAfee because this story is even crazier, believe it or not. So John McAfee was a very smart guy, kind of an asshole, but definitely borderline genius. So he invented the McAfee antivirus software. He was super good at coding, knew a lot about the internet, knew a lot about computers. The government was after him for tax evasion, and they busted down his door, shot and
That's how they get you. Tax evasion. They gaslight everybody. Well, pay your taxes. McAfee, by the way. John McAfee. Rumors that he's not dead. He's been around. I don't know. Let's see. John McAfee.
killed his dog, and that motivated John McAfee to fight back and get revenge. So he donated a bunch of laptop computers to the government loaded with spyware and found out a bunch of corrupt crap about the government. He publicly started exposing some of it. Let me show you a quick clip just to give you a brief summary of the kind of stuff that he found out about.
I did find out that the Minister of National Defense was the largest drug trafficker in all of Central America, and the Minister of Immigration, the largest human trafficker.
And what's even more suspicious is that he unalived himself in jail after publicly stating on video and on his tweets and everything that if he ever was found self-unalived, it was not by him. Know that if I hang myself a la Epstein, it will be no fault of mine. This is his wife's account. She also believed that the government definitely had something to do with his death. It says that the U.S. authorities are determined to have John die in prison to make an example of him for speaking out against the corruption within the government. And to make matters even crazier, he tweeted, Allegedly, you can't find it on his account anymore because of course they're gonna take it down. If anything ever happens to me, please know that the 31 terabyte of files I have are located on hard drives in my condo near 88th Street and Collins Avenue just north of Miami Beach. Do you guys know what content that is? I'll give you a hint. It doesn't exist anymore. Now that we are aware that our country has been run by satanic pedophiles that have been operating a very, very young person sex trafficking ring for decades, I think it's time that the public knows about Nikolai Mashijin and John McAfee. And if you don't know about these people and have never heard of
What the people were killed. Yeah, I wish we could go over that. I don't know if that website's still there. I tried to find it the other day. I didn't look too hard, but the Clinton body count used to be dot something, but titled the Clinton body count. Dot whatever, .com, I don't know, .net, whatever, .biz, .io, I don't remember. But yeah, all the name, I don't know, find out every single little person, because a lot of these people were bred and created. They don't have birth certificate or a history or whatever, fringe, and you know what I mean. But yeah, there is um a lot of that. I don't remember, you know what I'm saying? A lot that we do that regular people that get up there and then they find this out. But you see that CIA agent's like, well, I won't remember nothing. I ain't got no secrets to tell but this. 'Cause basically, he's like doing what some of the shit that who was it that was the lawyer said, if I kill you, I'm gonna kill you type shit. Did we play that clip already? Thought I saved it. I think we have another thing of it saved down in here. This is the saved, and then we'll go over what's not saved. What I haven't seen yet. You know, this is stuff I've saved recently. I think is important stuff that we've already shown. Most of it not though. Like this one with Dan Brazarian, we've shown parts of that, but not this part. I don't think. Cliff, we're doom scrolling, folks. Check out this website, man. Buy American. You click one of the products, takes you to the website. You click the Delta 8 Pro banner, opens a little mini site thing where you can buy all your products right there. You know, safety meeting. Discreet. You don't want to be seen pulling up in a dispo or a vape shop, reeking like your car reeking. You might see a church, family, friend, whatever, because of the stereotype, not knowing that it was part of the anointing oils. You don't want that around. You want discreet, bam, 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 discreet in the mail. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to you know what I'm saying? You don't want to risk having it in the car from the dispo. Be that far away from community town, whatever, the backwoods. Load it down. You want all the packaging. You want proof that, hey, look, it's shipped from a company. Fuck off. You don't want the cops to blah, 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 because look, it come in the mail, it ain't left the house. Check out Delta 8 Pro or Healing Herbals. We'll soon have a discount code, but right now, you can check them out and get the products you need, and we get funded, but we also have TID Radio if you need survival gear. We got a few brands, but TID Radio's got good radios that have like a cell phone service. You can get a smartphone with cameras and push to talk handheld radio shape. Great. All the apps. Get cell phone data, everything else, all the backups. They even, I think, have the whatever that is. I can't remember what it's called. It's this brand or the other brand we're about to partner with. But they have, I think, where like just interlinks between each device can send messages or calls or talk, push to talk like thing over multiple. So if that comes to these devices everywhere, it just can get through the crowd or over a long place, just bouncing from device to device. Using those devices and not towers. So something like if that is what's going on, that's getting way more popular. And you know what I mean? People are making their own thing. So yeah, let's get back into it. Buy American Place. If you want to know how to get to the website, all you gotta do right now until we get the full domain, the subdomain's live, the site's live. Link in the bio of this YouTube, of the Facebook, everything. Rumble. Probably in the description of this video. So listen live and you can go from there.
Again, there is clear evidence that 6 million people, almost predominantly Jewish, were killed in the Holocaust. 12 million were killed by the Nazis in total. They were a genocidal monstrosity, the Nazis, who wanted to eliminate the the Jewish people, and they tried extremely hard to do
12 million were killed?
The Nazis killed 12 million people in World War II. 6 million were killed in 6 million were killed in the Holocaust. Or do you not believe that either?
Okay. I mean, Jews have killed far more Christians. Well, Jews have killed far more. Let's just accept the 6 million figure. Jews have killed far more Christians than that. I mean, it's not even close. If you look at the Bolshevik genocide, you look at the Holodomor, I mean, they've killed way more Christians. I mean, they basically invented the genocide. So, you know, they denied the Armenian genocide. Israel denies that. They've lobbied the U.S. to deny that. I'm Armenian. They killed half of my people. So, you know, and I'm not offended by that. You know, if somebody questions that, it's not some crazy thing. I mean, Israel denies the Armenian Holocaust. Okay.
It sounds to me, Dan, like you do actually hate Jewish people.
No, I believe that Jewish supremacy is the greatest threat to the world today. I look at what they're doing in the media. They're pushing the.
Then he just pulls out like Uno cards, like an Uno reverse type shit. Just goes, see, you are real white. I just said, I don't believe in any supremacy. Jewish supremacy is everybody can see it. They brag about it, right? They killed half my people. I'm not offended. We're allowed to talk about Jewish history and Christian history. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I know what's going on. Stop playing with me. And we're followers on Facebook. Stop playing with me. Come back to the YouTube. That's where it's at. We're trying to play it safe here. This is all for entertainment and satire purposes only. No, it's really going on. This is real shit. I got to help people. So no, can we play the uncensored version of the Michael Jackson song now? I want to kick me, don't you black and white me. Or hang on, you gotta start with the do me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, don't you black and white me. Other one was like, kick me, strike me, or whatever. Yeah, something in life I just don't wanna see. But it froze up one living. Skinhead, deadhead. Wait a minute, skinhead, deadhead, everybody. I just never knew what that shit was until I'm skinhead. I think I'm about doing things the legal way. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, hold on. He was identifying with the skinheads, buddy. Skinhead, deadhead, everybody go, man. Situation, allegation, everybody segregation, bang, bang, shot, or whatever he was saying, bro. Well, I mean, you know, all this shit going on. And now we got all on 4K, everything's on the internet out in the open. We're wanting to know it all. And this ass motherfucking whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, come on, Pierce. Fuck! Oh, me mom died in the holly. Ah. Hang on. Hang on. Me mom died in the holly. I can't do it. Hang on. Hang on. Sorry. We're live. I didn't have this. This thing goes slow. No. Wrong one. Sorry. This computer's trash. I'll get a better one.
Me mom died in the holly. Died in the holly. Me mom died in the died in the died in the died in the
Sorry, that's the hardest. Like, those are the two hardest. I mean, said Brian D. Marty, maybe a little Yeet style raid, motherfucking me mom died in a holly, and that's what it did. I obviously I didn't play the whole songs. You heard the other one I didn't want to play, but that ending was crazy. The Jews love it, and of course I got it removed. I don't know if it was like the little half of a second of a shadow jerk that didn't get muted or whatever, but that's all I've ever had come on screen so far was one incident where you seen the shadow of him. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else. It's the stupid TV, the Omegle people still full of gooners out here looking to see something real fast live and pretend that they seen it in person. Oh yeah, it's actually a bunch of like 40-year-olds, most of them Jews. Not, what I know what you're thinking. Oh yeah, weirdo. It's probably kids. It's actually not. There's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But we we educate them and tell them to get the fuck off this app. 18 or older. Bye. Hey, by the way, get the fuck off this app. Have a good day. Click. But no, it's a bunch of old Jews, and it's a bunch of 40-year-old, 30-year-olds right in there, Jews, in them 2 decades. There's the fires again. Some new ones. Details here in a moment. They're saying, fire, fire, fire. Hold on, let me do this shit. We'll get back to it. Sorry, language. But once you get this deep down the rabbit hole, shit, piss, and ass, and these damn bastard ass kite cast mother. Sorry, it doesn't sound like sin. It's not. Where does it say, all right, these are the words you can't say? Oh, yeah, it does say some shit like that. It does tell you what you can't say. But I believe Jesus was probably using all of them probably when he was flipping the tables. Come on, bro. He's in the physical, man. He's out there being a shaman, getting into, look up the Christian Bible and the cross, the clouds from parts of the brain. Look at all that stuff. You know, byproduct online, the amanita mushroom, that's the Christ. You know, we're the Christ. That's one way to act like the Christ. Other than Christ, I am meditation and guided meditation. And honestly, it's just like tuning it off. It's not like concentrating and doing this. You can do all that. But, you know, when you learn to shut it off and take the mask off. So some of these fires, not most of them, but are planned fired. The only one I've seen like new like or recent contained was the Gaines Creek, the Wilburton fire. So it must not have been very big. So yeah, back to doom scrolling, folks. I don't know what I put on the browser now. Screen is. So yeah, we're on the RFO show. I kind of always keep it there. Maybe I put the RFO or the Revolt Radio logo there in place of it when it's not, and just switch it. We'll probably do that. RFO, sorry people keep asking. I need to introduce with that. I just dive right in. I don't have time. I'm not very good. But RFO is just a thing that I've had forever. I thought it'd be a label, the music, the company, the streaming, all that. Like not like a media company, radio station, all that, music release, distribution. Maybe we got distribution with where I'm already like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you call it. But RFO Entertainment. It's already on I haven't dropped nothing yet. I'm probably just gonna start with all the AI stuff I make here. It's the hardest thing. And I'm gonna drop all that in there. The stuff I put out on my personal DJ Dyko channels and the stuff I put out here as theme music that we cut also for bumpers and IDs. Just need to get more of a radio like AI thing that's like that can give a proper full on Revolt Radio 90.1 every hour. Eastern Oklahoma's coverage, a low power radio station serving Muskogee, Cherokee, Sequoia County, Tri-County area, and the Tri-Counties of Cherokee, Adair, Sequoia, and the surrounding all of eastern Oklahoma. We cover something brief, like just local corruption, weather, local eastern Oklahoma source, or local statewide corruption, countywide corruption, and life saving, or a beacon for life saving truth. That's probably just needs to be the theme. That's ours. It's a beacon for life saving truth, or whatever. So anyway, back to what he was saying. We done forgot what he was saying. I keep forgetting it.
This transgender nonsense. I mean, and they did it in Germany. The first transgender clinic was opened by a Jewish guy. And I don't like this perversion pushed on our
When I go to change the overlay or go here to turn the mic back on, it doesn't keep playing. So sorry, I'm not.
children. I don't like the fact that 9-year-olds are reading about
If I stay on there, it'll play fine.
homosexual acts. I don't like that drag queens are reading them in schools. I don't like that Kamala Harris wants to pay for sex changes in prison so that men can turn into women and women can turn into men. And I don't like the fact that he's putting in, men into women's prisons, male rapists into women's prisons because they identify as women. I mean, it's just nonsense. I don't like, men beating up women in boxing and sports. I think it's all nonsense. And I think it's leading to a degradation of moral fiber. And if left unchecked, I think it's going to ruin the world.
But again, you're blaming Jewish people. Why?
Because they're pushing this.
What do you mean they're pushing it? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, they're controlling the media. I mean, the DEI is being pushed by BlackRock. BlackRock's execs are all Jewish. You look at where this is coming from. It's not a surprise.
Dan,
all the Disney execs are Jewish.
Not the Muslims. It's not the Muslims, folks. It's not the Muslims. What do you call it? That's crazy.
Jewish.
Dan,
they're pushing it on children.
Right, do you accept, Dan, that you are just blatantly anti-Semitic?
Look, I have an issue with that term. I mean, I think the real Semites are the Palestinians. I mean, the DNA test that they've done on the Israelis that are living over there, they're Eastern European Ashkenazi Jews. I don't even think they're actual Semites. They don't have ancient Hebrew DNA, which is why DNA testing is illegal in Israel.
I mean, you're literally denying their existence now. I mean, you are just a brazen anti-Semite, aren't you? You hate Jewish people. You hate Israel. You hate the state of Israel, its government, everything about it. You're blaming them. You blame them in this interview for literally absolutely everything.
When you say, well, I think most of the problems today is caused by Jewish supremacy. I believe that.
I'm honestly gobsmacked that you.
I'm honestly, hang on, wrong accent. kind of come out Josenitis. Because, he kind of has like a British, but with a little, honestly, I'm quite hurt. You're blaming them for literally. I can't always want to divert to like a Josenite or a Netanyahu. That's the one lately. Blaming them for literally everything. Or Australia. I can't do it. More of an Aussie thing coming out. What the hell, bro? It's like just being brain dead. Like, the reaction should be, oh, no, it's not. What? You can't just say all of us think like you're an anti Semite. Not a liar. That's counter-proven. At least Ben Shapiro would say, well, this guy disagrees. And, it's, that's not proven according to my sources. Here. You're anti-Semite, yes, but a liar. I think I've heard him use that word maybe once. I know once, maybe twice. Benny on the block says it. And Bulgarian didn't have time to type his last name because the shit's going slow.
Would say all this publicly, given what a high profile you have.
Yeah, I mean, it is not a. It's not a popular opinion for somebody that cares about money and cares about not being canceled. I mean, that's the problem. Is you can say whatever you want against Muslims. You can be super anti-Muslim. You can talk about them and nobody cares. But if you say anything about Jewish people, you get canceled. They look what they did to Kanye. I mean, so why are they such a protected class? Let me ask you that.
I don't think they are. I think they're a class that get targeted by people like you, and indeed by Kanye, who spewed horrible anti-Semitic nonsense. But yours, it seems to me, to be more insidious, because you're literally blaming.
So you think that Kanye targeted them and not the other way around?
You're literally blaming Jewish people for almost everything that's happened that you don't like. Again, there is clear evidence that
Again, we got to go through these damn comments. RFO Show Live, Revolt Radio 90.1 YouTube channel here. We'll repost this recording to the Rumble, to the YouTube, maybe the Facebook, I guess, since we're not streaming. The streams don't save. It'll let us. We'll repost to the Facebook, see what it does. I don't know. Anywhere else, maybe the Kick, if it does. Should we go, if we get enough products sold, we can fund streaming 3 things at once. That costs money to do it at the same time, and the internet upgrade might have to happen before we can do it too, because it's shitty internet. They do it. These comments, though, clearly I stand with Dan right here. Clearly this one's that's what I'm saying. I stand with Dan, 100% correct. I used to stand with Israel. Really believe they were our greatest ally. Oh, and then October 7th happened. Hang on, let me see if I can get this bigger here. Then October 7th happened. At first, I believed Israel, and then I started looking further into it, and that is when I discovered that they had been planning to take Palestine for years. Then I looked, which was crazy. Okay, that's wrong. That's against the Christian. Then I looked into this Nakba that had supposedly taken place. And I was shocked that we never hears about it. Then I heard of the Balfour Declaration. Can't type. Don't know how to spell it. Oh well. Balfour. I used to do that too. And researched it. Then suddenly all of these thoughts started lining up. And I realized that the Holocaust never happened the way they said it did. And I found out why. Because it was a cover to make us feel bad, but they were the ones killing Christians to reclaim some victim status. It's because Israel has been writing our history books. I realized why JFK didn't trust them and wanted Israel investigated. Then I discovered the truth about 9/11. October 7th opened my eyes to how badly we've been infiltrated, how truly disgusting our government is. I discovered how bought they are and blackmailed. If October 7th didn't happen, I would still be stupid and supporting them. Only 4 likes, and this shit's going far. Come on, folks. Like, let's just scroll down, shall we? Kanye was trying to say, I showed some of these other ones, guys speaking facts. Morgan's on the Epstein train or something. Pierce needs to do his homework. Dan's 100% correct. What about your part of Epstein? Not even a Jew can argue these points. So they turn to hate crime rhetoric. Shows you everything you need to know. What Dan said is fact. DEI and trans movements steal your autonomy. Once they capture that, then you're very easy to control. Can't call facts nonsense. Russ dead. So if he American, what's the problem with him speaking up on his history, his heritage? Cancel. Why would he be lying about his own people being mistreated? And imagine if African Americans see it something. Imagine if Native American Indian said something, only Europeans would get that upset or that hurt or something like that. Or the Jews. Sorry. Oh, Armenian. What's the problem with him speaking up on his country, not American? Armenian. His heritage canceled. Why would he be lying about his own people being mistreated? Native Americans aren't lying. Africans aren't lying. I'm sorry. He hit the nail on the head. That's why Pierce can't challenge him. And he put it out. Why is he trying to look like Fox News? Is that not the same? Like, but it's his own show. I don't think it's on Fox. Might have been. It might have went from CNN to Fox. But yeah, is that not trying to like jack the flow of Fox News? Morgan didn't attempt to debate or disagree. He just went straight into the hatred, and he knew, like, yep, everybody knows it's not working no more. We're not buying and believing this bullshit because they just keep repeating the script. It's like going through his cards, reverse, back to you, skip. I don't have to answer that. Fifth Amendment, and all this shit, right? That's all they can do. I'm gonna reserve my right to the get out of here. Italy is on a roll right now. I need to get updates. We're not seeing updates on Italy. If you got people, if you got connects, family that still work there, a lot of Americans I thought used to work in Italy, vice versa. A lot of Italians here got family out there. Let's do this. Come on. If you want Italy and America where everybody stops doing everything and kills pedophiles in office, well, you're going to have to get them to realize if they stop paying taxes, all of us, especially with the largest non-filing, and they're not doing nothing, and they've only just started to ramp back up, it's because if we all stop doing it, it'll be a hate crime or war crime to take us all, make us all homeless, kill us all. So the very least you can do is not pay taxes, quit your job altogether. The food will still be there. The house, you can't take it. If you know how to, a debt collector can't come get all your shit. Can't get you. Can't do this, that, and the third. Can't get a debt collect officer or what, none of that shit. Tow company, nothing, because you do a cease and desist. You challenge them in court. You do the right shit. You say prove this, that, and the third. Usually just like three things. They can't, and they leave you alone. Because thing is, that's a private company that they sold the debt to. Now, I thought the law said that when they sell a debt to someone else, it's no longer your responsibility. They own that deal now. If they claiming the rights to, I don't know. So even though it's your money to begin with, you can go that way and improve your case. But it's what we all need to be doing. It's the majority, or almost half, like to a majority right now that is that is doing this, if not knowing what's going on. So yeah, we're all becoming American nationals to the point that like they brought it back on the I-9, they expanded the exemption on the W-4 or whatever, and they brought back all this stuff. Non-citizen nationals, that's on the DS-11 passport form. Born in America can only be a non-citizen national or citizen. No one else can be a non-citizen national according to the DS-11 passport form. The other people that aren't born here, right? And you can look at the DOJ and all them, or the Department Secretary of State, or what Department of whatever that in DC, the Department of State or whatever it is. It says we're all nationals, but very few are non-citizen nationals. And then it never goes into much further detail. But you can be a citizen and waive rights for these extra things and be like people that aren't from here. But citizenship really is slavery, but it really was normalized at first for the people that weren't born here, for this immigration. People just couldn't hop the border, settle, hop back, do this. You want to kind of just keep things going, like citizenship. You didn't have the Constitution because you're not born here, right? We all agree that you're born here, you're supposed to get these constitutional rights that maybe, not born here, they're not always guaranteed, which is fucked up. Like it could be implied, I don't know, the semantics on like people just coming to visit, but some people visit, overstay there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like, I don't want to lose what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? We got the rights, they don't. They're citizens. Citizenship. Sitting his ship. They're docked. They visited by a boat. This was like old school shit. Like, oh, you sit in his ship. You know what I'm saying? You come in here, you're a citizen. Yeah, you can hang, you can stay, you can motel, whatever, but you're a citizen. You're not native. Born on here. So I don't care what you are, melting pot, it's been the melting pot. Native Americans, different tribes, a lot that come from different parts, Asia, whatever. That's why a lot of Native Americans and Asian people have similar faces. The big ones look the same. But look at some of the dark Asian people. We forget about like Thailand, the Pacific Islands, the Black Asians, the Malaysians. Let's be honest. And look at the natives. Got white natives, white Mexicans, widows, and you got dark ones, both with Asian faces. So everybody the first Asians everybody thinks of is the most commonly stereotyped white Asian, like Koreans, Chinese, whatever. But the widows, and then but you got the dark ones. All right, we're good.
6 million people, almost predominantly Jewish, were killed in the Holocaust. 12 million were killed by the Nazis in total. They were a genocidal monstrosity, the Nazis, who wanted to eliminate the Jewish people. And they tried extremely hard to do that.
You said 12 million were killed?
The Nazis killed 12 million people in World War II. 6 million were killed in 6 million were killed in the Holocaust.
I'm trying to short the show.
Or do you not believe that either?
Okay. I mean, Jews have killed far more Christians. Well, Jews have killed far more. Let's just accept the 6 million figure. Jews have killed far more Christians than that. I mean, it's not even close. If you look at the Bolshevik genocide, you look at the Holodomor, I mean, they've killed way more Christians. I mean, they basically invented the genocide. So, they deny the Armenian genocide. Israel denies that. They've lobbied the U.S. to deny that. I'm Armenian. They killed half of my people, so, and I'm not offended by that. If somebody questions that, it's not some crazy thing. I mean, Israel denies the Armenian. Holocaust. Okay.
It sounds to me, Dan, like you do actually hate Jewish people.
No, I believe that Jewish supremacy is the greatest threat to the world today. Look at what they're doing in the media. They're pushing this transgender nonsense. I mean, and they did it in Germany. The first transgender clinic was opened by a Jewish guy. And I don't like this perversion pushed on our children. I don't like the fact that 9-year-olds are reading about homosexual acts. I don't like that drag queens are reading them in schools. I don't like that Kamala Harris wants to pay for sex changes in prison so that men can turn into women and women can turn into men. And I don't like the fact that he's putting in, men into women's prisons, male rapists into women's prisons because they identify as women. I mean, it's just nonsense. I don't like, men beating up women in boxing and sports. I think it's all nonsense, and I think it's leading to a degradation of moral fiber. And if left unchecked, I think it's going to ruin the world.
But again, you're blaming Jewish people. Why?
Because they're pushing this.
What do you mean they're pushing it? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, they're controlling the media. I mean, the DEI is being pushed by BlackRock. BlackRock's execs are all Jewish. You look at where this is coming from. It's not a surprise.
Dan,
all the Disney execs are Jewish.
Dan,
they're pushing it on children.
Right? Do you accept, Dan, that you are just blatantly anti-Semitic?
Look, I have an issue with that term. I mean, I think the real Semites are the Palestinians. I mean, the DNA test that they've done.
Y'all know there's no such thing as the Star of David in the Bible, or especially not in the Torah. But you know what kind of star they do talk about? The Star of Moloch. You know, the god that literally sacrifices children and stuff. So let's get the Bible out. In Amos 5, you lifted up a shrine to your king, pedestal of your idols, and a star to your god. When we look down here, these are all the same thing. Your star god, Moloch, star, it's all the same stuff. And we can even kick it to the New Testament. Acts 7, you have taken up the tabernacle of Moloch, star of your god, the idols you made to worship, the time of David. And then they killed Stephen for talking about this. You can call me an anti-Semite all you want, but that's your only argument! Anyways, yeah. Sorry, it's not real. Star of David, my tush. Y'all know there's no such thing as a Star of David.
Born into a cult, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Watch this video.
I was infected with a supremacist ideology. That's what Americans are. They are supremacists. They believe they're better. They believe their lives are worth more. The British have the same supremacist. Like when we heard about those 3 aid workers that got killed over there in Gaza, the whole country was out. Fuck the 15, 16,000 Palestinian kids, eh? Yeah, they don't count, do they? Oh, we're so fucking precious. Even things like that would go under the radar of the normal person. Like, do you not understand how sick and twisted this society is that you value? Well, and then we can take that further, extrapolate that further. The white man maybe values white life more than the Pakistani life, and then the Muslim value, whatever. Everybody's like in their own. What the hell? Oh, are we? Is this the best we got? Are we actually civilized? Has anybody ever looked at that word civilized? Take a look at it. Go look in the damn dictionary and read civilized. What the fuck is civilized about it? Barbaric is what we are. Western barbarity.
Yeah, Britain's invaded over 90% of the world.
Yes.
We're one of the worst.
The sun never sets.
It's fucking over 90% of the world. We colonized so many countries.
It's the Jewish state of Israel committing genocide against my people. And I can't hold my tongue about it. Like, fuck Israel. Fuck America, too. Fuck both of you. You bastards. What you do is ungodly. It's inhuman. It's the epitome of a bully on steroids, armed with nukes. You're shooting fish in a barrel in Gaza. They have no army, navy, air force. They have no airport. They have no money. They have nothing. They're captive, and you shoot them with a barrel. And my birth nation supplies the weapons, and now American troops on the ground. Shame on us all.
In the last 500 years alone, the West has bombed, starved, slaughtered, genocided, and straight up murdered over 300 million people. And yet Americans are some of the most fiercely patriotic people you'll ever meet. We even go around lecturing others about human rights as if we have the moral high ground.
Sorry, folks. It won't play while I go and turn the browser on. It should play, and it should just go through, but it doesn't have to be on the tab. I don't know, shitty computer will get everything moved.
So why is that? And if you come at me and say, oh, if you hate America so much, why don't you just leave? You're just further proving the point. In fact, I don't hate it. I loved it so much that I joined the US Navy. The answer isn't leaving. It's waking up to the indoctrination. Americans are born into a cult, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Watch this video.
I was infected with this.
You can't afford to buy a home
because $8 trillion of your money was spent fighting Israel's enemies in the Middle East.
Iraq, Iran, and Libya are racing to develop nuclear weapons.
That same $8 trillion could have bought over 34 million homes at $250,000 each. And if a family of 4 lived in each home, 132 million Americans could have had free housing. But Zionists had other priorities for your money.
You are wondering whether you can afford to have another child because childcare is so expensive. Meanwhile,
your tax dollars fund free childcare in Israel for every Israeli child. That's one reason Israel's birth rate is higher than America's. Americans are subsidizing Israeli families while struggling to start their own.
And if you objected, if you had the audacity to ask why your children were being disinherited in your country,
they will call you an anti-Semite.
That's why people are so angry about it.
Work a job that you likely hate and have a portion of your earnings taken from you by our federal government and funneled to the Israeli government so they can commit atrocities in the Gaza Strip. Are you okay with that? Because I'm not okay with that, and nothing gets under my skin more, okay, than hearing these pieces of crap
and then spit in our faces.
You see these videos of Christians, priests with crucifixes around their necks getting spit on.
Oh, not freezes. You see it? It's the APAC GIF. I click save. The other images videos don't, but that's saved as a GIF. Let's see. We'll try it. A GIF, a Jiffy, a GIF, a GIF. I like doing that. Yes, I know that's old shit, but I like that. But let's get it.
Jerusalem. Jewish men and children spitting on Christian worshipers.
A small child spit on one of the pastors.
You can't afford to buy a home
because $8 trillion
What have I been telling you people? This is not about underage girls. What have I been telling you people? This is not about underage girls. This is about satanic ritual abuse. What did we find in the Epstein files yesterday? Adrenochrome. What else did we find? He is using the name Baal to do banking transactions at JP Morgan. Baal is the satanic effigy. They used to make an iron effigy of Baal, get it red hot, and then they would set the child on there and let it sizzle on the winter solstice. That is what Christmas is. That is what Santa Claus is. That is why they put the child on Santa Claus's lap. Santa Claus, which is Satan. But this is the real deal, people. Have you heard of a thing called misprison of a felony? What that means is any official that does not report a felony is guilty of a felony. So whoever redacted these Epstein reports, whoever is withholding these Epstein
real quick
files, they are guilty of misprison, a felony. 2009, I caught a child trafficking.
Real quick. Oh, unmuted. Damn, I forgot what I was saying. It don't even matter. Oh, Christmas. Okay, real quick. The Amanita thing again. The real Christmas. The Christ. The crystal oil. The Christ. Klaus. Not Claus, but Klaus. Santa Claus is Satan killing the pineal gland and the claustrum of the brain. You sit on his lap. The kid sitting on Satan's lap is not the mushroom, and there's distortion from it. They took that and turned it into something evil, like everything. But it comes from these tribes up north, close to the center of the earth, the throne of God right above that, eating these red and white potted shrooms that we have on our website right here. Right here, if I can think of what the FrankieRadio.wixsite.com/revolt-radio/healing-herbals. Healing herbals, just to show you that's a real subdomain that's live. No login needed. Or at least not here. You go there, yeah. But he's down here. I'm sorry. Oh, it would already scroll quick. Right here. Won't load. What's down here? These red ones, and there's some other ones similar. All the infamous Christ, the book Jesus and or the mushroom and the cross, and then things like that. Of course, the Alice in Wonderland mushroom, things like that. It's not some guy in a hat. I mean, it's literally the red hat and the white spots and the white stalk. That's where all that comes from. They thought they were flying in a sleigh behind reindeer who were also eating them, etc. So they would do it together and be like one, but it was more of a one with nature thing. Delivering gifts, that was the side effect of this. They wanted to give back and not be selfish anymore. The ego dies. That was ego death. So I think this was an ego death thing. I don't remember. I went too far with it. You know what I'm saying? I just started it. And it's kind of what it feels like. It's just more like I'm not myself, or I'm one, and then I also can be in a spirit and come back. Things like that. But there it is. We got every other herb you need right now, and more coming soon. Let's go. Sorry.
What I believe was a container of children coming from Asia to Hollywood. Yeah, it was front page LA Times in 2013. The FBI investigated it. The FBI called me 6
Sorry, let's get it. I had to put this on screen for a second.
months ago asking about my social media. And I said, hey, I was the broker on this child trafficking IHC, International Humanities Center, which is 983-911. I've been trying to get this child trafficking case into the court for 15 years. But instead, what do? They tackle me in the streets. They swamp my house. They try and kill me in jail. They steal my child. And when none of that works, they torture my child to try and provoke me to get me in jail. They are all guilty of misprision of felony with these Epstein files. They know what's going on. They have the files. They redacted the files. They are all guilty. These courts are not courts. They are secret society Stasi star chambers. They are protecting the child traffickers. That makes them guilty of child trafficking. It's called misprision of felony. And now we have proof because it's in the Epstein files. And who redacted the files? The Department of Justice, right? And their address is 950 because I keep telling you that is square and compass. So, when are you going to wake up? Sign, share, and promote the Full Disclosure Act every single day. Because it's the courts, people. Why do you think they took my kid? Because I can prove who's doing Do you want to know why nobody is being arrested in the Epstein case? Because the courts and the cops are the child traffickers. In 2009, when I caught that child trafficking payment, they were using this number language. And it was this letter right here that said, as of January 23rd and 88,000 that triggered me. Because then I went and got my grandmother's numerology books. My grandmother was an Eastern Star, and I cracked this number language. Right? And that's how I caught the child traffickers. And I sent it to the police, but the police in Nashville harassed me. So I moved to Breckenridge because everybody was trying to kill me in Nashville. And guess what happened? I got swatted. I got thrown in a cage. They tried to kill me in a cage. Right? Every single court, the 5th District, the Colorado Court of Appeals, the Colorado Supreme Court, the U.S. District Court Denver, and the 10th Circuit Court, they have all gotten this letter. They've all gotten my child trafficking stuff. 2013, I sent everything to Kamala Harris. She was Attorney General, right? And here's the letter she sent me back. Oh, we can't do this. We don't have the money. You got to do it civil, right? Kamala Harris, Attorney General, covered it up. Every court, every cop, every attorney general, every senator, every regulatory agent I have given this child trafficking information to have covered it up. So what did they do? They took my kid. Why? Because these are the same courts and cops in the family court system that are covering up for all the people in the Jeffrey Epstein case. Do you get it yet? And they speak in numbers. They speak in numerology. And I've given it to everybody, including Dora 3 times during official audits, Department of Regulatory Colorado, and they all cover it up. So what do? So they take my kid because they're trying to entrap me and throw me in jail again. Yeah, because that is why nobody is prosecuted in the Epstein case. Because the courts, the cops, the attorney general are the one trafficking kids. And guess what? 6 months ago, the FBI called me and said, we want to talk to you about your social media. And I said, well, I want to talk to you about this child trafficking case I caught in 2009 that was front page LA Times that you guys investigated. I was the stockbroker on that account. Let's open it up and talk about these child traffickers because it's directly connected to Attorney General Kamala Harris, which is directly connected to Epstein because her sister, Maya, worked with Epstein. Yeah, Kamala Harris. All these people, oh, you should have elected Kamala Harris. No, she's a child trafficker too, people. And I can prove it with the numbers. If you want to stop child trafficking, sign, share, and promote the Full Disclosure Act. And guess what else? Learn this fucking number language, right? It's all on my websites. And don't act like you don't know, because most of you do. And that's the real reason why the courts don't do anything about child trafficking, because almost everybody is part of the cult of ball. Sign, share, and promote the Full Disclosure Act, and learn numbers.
We're eating people
Peace.
too, teaching the McDonald's. Let's go. Hang on.
Do you want to know why? What have I been telling you people? This is not about underage girls. This is about satanic ritual abuse. What did we find in the Epstein files yesterday? Adrenochrome. What else did we find? He is using the name Ball to do banking transactions at JP Morgan. Ball is the satanic effigy. They used to make an iron effigy of Ball, get it red hot, and then they would set the child on there and let it sizzle on the winter solstice. That is what Christmas is. That is what Santa Claus is. That is why they put the child on Santa Claus's lap. Santa Claus, which is Satan. But this is the real deal, people. Have you heard of a thing called misprison of a felony? What that means is any official that does not report a felony is guilty of a felony. So whoever redacted these Epstein reports, whoever is withholding these Epstein files, they are guilty of misprison a felony. 2009, I caught a child trafficking payment when I believe was a container of children coming from Asia to Hollywood. Yeah, it was front page LA Times in 2013. The FBI investigated it. The FBI called me 6 months ago asking about my social media, and I said, hey, I was the broker on this child trafficking IHC, International Humanities Center, which is 983-911. I've been trying to get this child trafficking case into the court for 15 years, but instead, what do? They tackle me in the streets, they swamp my house, they try and kill me in jail, they steal my child, and when none of that works, they torture my child to try and provoke me to get me in jail. They are all guilty of misprison of felony with these Epstein files. They know what's going on, they have the files, they redacted the files, they are all guilty. These courts are not courts, they are secret society Stasi star chambers. They are protecting the child traffickers. That makes them guilty of child trafficking. It's called misprison a felony. And now we have proof because it's in the Epstein files. And who redacted the files? The Department of Justice, right? And their address is 950 because I keep telling you that is square and compass. So, when are you going to wake up? Sign, share, and promote the Full Disclosure Act every single day. Because it's the courts, people. Why do you think they took my kid? Because I can prove who's doing the child trafficking. Because I can prove who did COVID-19. So that's how the courts and the cops operate. They don't go after the criminals. They go after the whistleblowers. They told me, we're not even going to look at it. Yeah, it's the courts and the cops, people. Why? Because misprison a felony. That means that if you know about a felony crime and you're an official, you have to report it. So, sign, share, and promote the Full Disclosure Act, people. This is why they took my kid. This is why they keep trying to kill me, because they're the ones that are trafficking children, okay? Wake the fuck up. Peace. What have I been telling you people? This is not about underage girls. This is about satanic ritual abuse.
Come on, folks. You need to sign that Full Disclosure Act today, right now, tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Let's get it. Get it out here. Over 10K last time I checked. Back when I did. Let's go now. And continue here, following on to 5, because I'm not done. If you want to continue, or we can stop whenever if you were a guest. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do the typical doom scroll, if you just want to go back and forth and get your point out, official campaign, first interview, whatever. We'll start interviewing people we're new. They're with us. You know, we've had people on my other channel come into TikTok. We tried to stream it to YouTube. Bullshit wouldn't work. So we're back. So far, this looks like it seems to be working. I hope so. So if it's not, let us know. Y'all are watching. Is YouTube cutting out worse than Facebook? Are they muting parts of this stuff? Are you getting the policy violation window? Because we're not doing 24-hour right now. We're cutting it off and then killing it, except during emergencies, during the RFO show. So wildfire coverage, we'll get back to that. Try to wrap it up here. Maybe I'll check the wildfire for the local. Quick little break, and then we'll go on the full disclosure act right here. Check that out. Live updates or on everything as we get that. We're just doom scrolling and learning this together. I haven't seen these. I saved. I just seen right before and kind of watched the first second and said, "Yep, save, because I already watched these people and know that this is what we need. It's the update." But we're reacting right here live. Only see the hey, you know, this first part, and then I next. The last 30 minutes, almost an hour, I had to go do something else. Got distracted doing something I forgot to do. We started late. We're live. We're trying to get this going. It's the longest one. So, you know, however long you want to do it, I can do it 12 hours straight, but I can't go over 5. So we got to add 5. Do the Al Jazeera News over here on the radio. Extended. We might do an extended here. We'll hit Al Jazeera News and we'll do an extended and keep going here. Because time just flies by when you're doing that. I can't believe it's 5 o'clock. Full Disclosure Act. RFO Show. 55 TV. Revolt Radio 90.1. Right? You know, remember 5 News? It was all about hip hop. Not the 5 News that troll. We're like the truth. 55 News. In Gematria, I found out. I mean, that was my family number. But I also found out here recently. My like, bunch of family on both sides at 55 found out forever. But recently, that in Gematria, it means the devil enemy is God. Which everything's the same. God created them. He created all of us. The Bible says we're all one. That we're pretending to do illusion. We're fighting. We're wrestling that in a place called Peniel. In this shine descended physical existence. What I've taken from the Bible. So I don't know. That's what that is. It's just like, you know, we all, it's black and white duality. We all got a black and white wolf inside. It's a native shit. No Illuminati shit. It's real life. Or using it against us. But we sit here and pretend it doesn't exist. Kabbalah, like, is where we came from, and they're like fucking it up, evil like, and they brag about it. This one's great though. Full Disclosure Act. Sorry, that's not his channel. The numbers guy. There's another guy that's like Gary, the numbers guy. A lot of, I think he might have been before. I don't know. Either way, he's got the books from. I'd love to get my grandpa's Masonic books, but I bet they're gone because I bet there was more in the old house that burnt. The new house they had. That they had stuff moved because it was before it burnt. They had both, and it was turned into kind of a shop and storage. The old one, until there were some books. That would be a start. He said I could read it. So I thought about, maybe I should, I don't know. Then I realized, and God said no. He woke me to what it was. It's a place where all religions, you have to believe in some deity. We all technically believe in the same God, divided by the Jews and the separate gods. We're all supposed to come to the one true God. But then at the same time, the Jewish Schofield Bible says, like it was, or we think it was like a good thing that we were separated into different languages and didn't understand each other. I think that was the problem. Because we couldn't react and unite. We had to translate or line, verify. Now we're going ham. Everyone knows. Every genre of music has a Christian version or a spiritual version, positive, Stop playing with me. Anyway, right back. Hang on. Right back. After this, we'll come in maybe with a 5 o'clock hour. Al Jazeera started over here on the radio. Foreign pirate for real. Until we give us a license, we'll take one. We'll try to be as compliant as we can. Every piece of equipment that we can afford, that bare minimum requirements, and then we'll add on with as we grow. And then, yeah, let us in. Low power. Come on, we got. All right, sneeze. Representing from Oklahoma, not officially for the corporation, Remote Radio 90.1, RFO show. We moved it here. Let's go. EJDIAKO. Come on, some of the older stuff. We were streaming on both for a while, and then once we got the OBS, we couldn't directly. We'll have to do it through Restream when we get better internet. Check it out. Prove that that's a pedophilic religion, that it's all normalized, and they don't see it as a problem. That's why they're not actively fighting each other right now. The fake October 7th, not in my name, squaring up with a war against the. It's a crock. Anything that to circumvent the goys to get us off track. It's not all of them. Yeah, they all think like this. You can't cook for them. They have to at least light the flame. Like, get the fuck out of here. They don't eat here. They don't eat our goy slop. Some of them do, but I don't know. Some of these, like, there's a few that got away that do. And Israel's kind of starting to do that. Maybe they normalized eating a lot of that stuff, and then they got it to us. That's what they do is eat filth and poison, to be honest with you. And hop out the sewage and everything else. So apologies that all the stereotypes have been verified on Rumble or everywhere else. This will eventually be a full-time TV. Al Jazeera updates. D2 Sports. Fuck, I forget we got to do that too. Some of the scores are on the website. Maybe the schools aren't putting it in. We put a lot of D2 schools around here on the sports thing. I guess I could do that here. I don't know. Can't show nothing though, because it's copyrighted. Oh, still live. I hope so. I believe I lost my red car. I sold it. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do. So if y'all can help me win this lawsuit, I'm doing the right to travel thing, so it's baseball right now. We got a backup stream. Central Oklahoma versus Drury. That's later. RSU baseball, Missouri Southern right now. Newman and Washburn. That's MIAA. There's a few other Division II schools, but mainly MIAA. We'll go check the others if they're live. Come back with a final. This is in Tahlequah. Okay. I can watch this. Yeah. Friday baseball, though. There you go. Baseball is a lot longer than a football game sometimes, especially double headers that take. I seen 11 innings, I think a 17 or something. They were tied forever. Nobody get no runs. They kept striking each other out. Oh, score. Hang on. I was about to exit out and go watch it later after this. Should I keep going? I think we should call it. I'm saying we should call it. Vision 2. Don't got all the commercial weird shit going on. Recruiting, portals, replay, everything else can be found at a D2 school. You got one down the road probably, or some other college. Dive in, be a fan. It don't have to be D1 bandwagon. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, we got it muted. We can't have. We don't want to. We're gonna have the rights one of these days to UCO at least, if they do go D1. So now there's a countdown to pitch. The clock. That's cool. And it's right now UCMP, University of Central Missouri. The play button wasn't on over here for the news. So 10. Wait, somebody probably ran through right there. Hang on. 10-4 right now. Central Missouri over NSU in the bottom of the ninth. Somebody scored there, I think. So now there's first and second base. So there we go. That's the MIAA network. Possibly. Could be on radio. Baseball, not much anymore. USU, your local high school games. They had baseball game of the week if you had like a metropolitan area with multiple high schools. They scattered them around local channels. Played different games at the same time. You had a lot. Baseball's just not it anymore. Basketball's going to wind down and baseball's going to remain. On days where they're not playing together, I'd be pulling up the baseball. Sports every day of the week now, it seems like. I like the outdoor sports better. A lot of people don't like the stuff like that because how slow or whatever. MIAA, the SEC at D2. I'm not a D1 bandwagon. That one just ended, I guess. 9-1 RSU final over Missouri Southern. Cool looking field. If you don't know Roger State, TV, radio, stuff like that. They have the still called Soldier Field from the former Oklahoma Military Academy. They had football there. Now it's just soccer and other stuff. But if I ever hit the lottery and had that Chad Richardson money, I think he helped finance the Thunder Stadium, but went to UCO MIAA and got their new stadium and other sports stuff, baseball, football. Washburn, Newman, 4-2 with a Washburn up on that one. Bottom of the seventh, no outs, second base now. Oh, we got a Washington versus Washburn softball versus, I don't know who WSC is in D2. There's a couple that I thought of. Wayne State Wildcats, Washburn Ichabod softball. Let's see, I think that's still going, or at the top of the second. That one just started. So softball's just kicking off now. Could be a home for Washburn. I haven't seen. Yeah, the pods. Yeah, there it is. So that's like southwest Missouri, Joplin, maybe. I don't remember. Near that area. Or maybe it's towards Branson, Springfield, Washburn. That's the number 3 basketball team right now, if I can remember correctly, in the Division 2. So they have like a March Madness, which is what we follow. What I'll follow, I'll go over a bracket or something. I'll probably react, record a deal, and post it. D2 version of March Madness stats. Might be what I'll title it for people that don't even know what it is, like a race bait title, just to get it going. Bases loaded. No score. Top of the second, 2 outs. D2 Sports is where it's at. Since we're not on the radio, I missed the call on that. I forgot about it. What else we got? Hold on. Forgot you keep going. You might find another one. I'll just, whenever I don't have a time. February 20th, there's a Missouri Southern Softball D2 MIAA. University of Missouri St. Louis. Again, the rules basically are like the home team gets the video, and if the TV buys the rights, they can do it, right? Or however it goes on. If your conference doesn't have pay-per-view like the Lone Star and MIAA conference, the CAC does not, the GAC and D2, Southeastern Oklahoma State and others, I think Ada's College, ECU. That's Wayne State's got a point. You know, ECU, I feel like, you get what I'm saying? I feel like ECU, in that same conference, they stream free on their own YouTube or website, whatever. SNU, their football and everything, but others don't. Like all these MIAA. So I got the package to be exclusive. We're making smaller college leagues and other sport leagues popular again, bringing money back to these places. That's where it's at. They're sold out already everywhere else. Just the next best thing. It's like a little Sooners, but up north, I guess. No, Edmond's a pretty weird place, rough. Watch out for the Poe, but go straight to the game and back. I've been going around with a private plates every week on my bike, all over. All the cops and guards seeing it, there at the campus, at the gas stations. Think about it, bro. Big cities aren't that, they want to try to get you for everything else. There's no money in a license charge. I don't know. I even slept outside the gas station after it closed, waiting on a part because a bolt fell out of the back of the motor. Just thinking about what I'm seeing, that's crazy. Well, there's that. Might just watch some D2 softball to distract myself from all the shit we just watched. And we'll try to re-upload this. You'll watch it later after I stop it.